Hey guys, welcome back to One Stop Biology. So we are, going to discuss the anatomy of cockroach today, which is the second part to the previous video where we discussed morphology of the cockroach, right? So since the entire topic itself was quite detailed, and I do not want you guys to sit at once for maybe an hour long video. I want you to consume less and remember better, revise better and those revision sessions should be very quick, but you should retain more. So that is why I usually try to make the videos within 30 minutes. Sometimes yes, I go to up 35, 37 minutes if there's a bit of content left, and it's not basically good to divide that particular topic into two, but here we can. So I have divided the complete structural organization of cockroach into two. We discussed the morphology already, and we are going to start with anatomy of cockroach today. So basically what happens, guys, the alimentary canal, we'll start off with the alimentary canal. So the alimentary canal in case of cockroaches are present in the body cavity, and it is divided into three regions. So you have foregut. So the alimentary canal basically is divided into foregut, midgut, and hindgut, right? So you have three different regions of alimentary canal: foregut, midgut, and hindgut. Now, the foregut starts with mouth, and mouth opens into a short tubular pharynx. So what we'll do is we'll better understand it with the help of diagram itself. So guys, this basically is the alimentary canal. Now, if you see, the very first segment after mouth is pharynx. So this basically is pharynx, right? Now this pharynx leads to a narrow tubular passage, and this narrow tubular passage is esophagus. It is esophagus, right? Now this esophagus opens into a sac-like structure which is known as crop. Now, crop is basically used for storing food. It is used for storing food, right? Now, this crop is basically followed by gizzard, right? Now, gizzard is also known as proventriculus. Now, this gizzard has thick circular muscles, right? So basically, gizzard has an outer layer of thick circular muscles, and then thick inner cuticle as well. And these together forms six highly chitinous plate. Now these plates are known as teeth, right? So basically, gizzard helps in grinding the food particle, right? Now basically what happens is the entire foregut, remember guys, the entire foregut in case of cockroach is lined by a cuticle, right? Now then you have a ring of 6 to 8 blind tubules, right? So a ring of 6 to 8 blind tubules, these are known as hepatic or gastric cache. So the tubules here you see is hepatic or gastric cache, right? Now this is present where? This is basically present at the junction. If you see here, it is present here, right? So it is present at the junction of foregut. You have foregut till here and midgut. It is present at the junction of foregut and midgut. So from here, the midgut starts, right? So at the junction exactly, you have the hepatic or gastric cache. Now, what does it this cache do? It secretes digestive juice. So, the cache secretes digestive juices, right? Now, at the junction of the midgut and hindgut, right? So, basically, this is the midgut, right? Midgut is also known as mesenteron. It is also known as mesenteron. So now next is this junction. Next is this junction, guys. So again here you have what? You have a lot of thin filamentous things, right? Now these basically are around 100 to 150 number, and these are yellow colored thin filamentous, and these are nothing but Malpighian tubules. These are Malpighian tubules, right? So these Malpighian tubules, they help in removal of excretory products. They basically help in removal of excretory products from hemolymph, from hemolymph. Now after that starts the hind gut, right? After that you have the hind gut. Now the hind gut is basically broader than the midgut, and this hind gut is divided into three. It is divided into ileum, colon, and rectum, right? So you have ileum. So the starting is ileum, then you have colon, and the end you have rectum. And this rectum basically opens into anus. This rectum opens into anus. So guys, this is the entire alimentary canal. Now let's move towards the vascular system, right? So let's see what vascular system is. So again, what I'll do is I'll explain it with the help of diagram itself, right? This is the vascular or the circulatory system, guys. Now what happens in basically in cockroaches, the blood vascular system is open type. Unlike earthworm, it was closed type, right? So here it is open type. Now blood vascular, here what happens is that the blood vessels are poorly developed, and it opens into a space which is known as hemocele. So the blood vessels are poorly developed, and these blood vessels open into a space which is known as hemocele, right? Now the visceral organs, all the visceral organs are located in the hemocele. So all the visceral organs are located in the hemocele. So what happens is as the blood, flows from the blood vessels into the hemocele, these visceral organs are bathed in blood, and this is known as hemolymph. This blood is known as hemolymph. Now hemolymph. So this hemolymph is made up of plasma and hemocytes. This is basically colorless. Plasma is colorless, right? So heart of cockroach. Apart from this, they have heart as well, right? So heart of cockroach consists of elongated muscular tube. It consists of elongated muscular tube which lies along mid dorsal line of thorax and abdomen. So it is basically present in the form of an elongated muscular tube, right? Which is basically in the mid dorsal line of thorax and abdomen, and it is differentiated into funnel shaped chambers, right? So these are differentiated into funnel shaped chambers. So here what you see is chambers. The funnel like figure that you're seeing is nothing but chambers of heart. This is chambers of heart, right? Now, blood from sinuses enter heart through ostia and then is pumped anteriorly into sinuses again. So now these chambers of heart are basically joined by alari muscles, and you have this basically is known as anterior aorta, the blood vessel, right? So this is all about the open circulatory system of cockroach. So now the next system is the respiratory system. The next system is the respiratory system. Now what happens is the respiratory system of cockroach consists of a network of trachea. It consists of a network of trachea, and this network of trachea opens to 10 pairs of small holes which are known as spiracles. These are known as spiracles. Now these spiracles are present on the lateral side of the body. Apart from that, you have thin branching tubes which are known as tracheoles. Basically tracheal tubes which are subdivided into tracheoles. These branching tubes carry oxygen from air to all parts of the body. And opening of these spiracles is regulated by some sphincters, right? So the exchange of gases takes place at the tracheoles by diffusion, right? So this is the respiratory system. Next is excretory system. Now again, as we saw, as we just discussed it before as well, that excretion is performed by malphizian tubules. So what happens is each tubule or each of these malphizian tubules are lined by glandular and ciliated cells. What they do is they absorb the nitrogenous waste product and then they convert them into uric acid, right? Now this uric acid is excreted out through the hind gut, right? And that is why cockroaches are known as uricotelic, because for them the excretory waste material is uric acid, right? Now they have fat body, nephrocytes and uricose glands which helps in excretion as well, right? So there are some glands involved. You have, glandular and ciliated cells as well, and then you have malphizian tubules which perform the basic function of excretion, right? So this is all about excretion. Now the next is nervous system. Now the nervous system of cockroach consists of a series of fused segmentally arranged ganglia. So basically the nervous system consists of ganglia which are joined by paired longitudinal connectives, right? So basically three ganglia are in the thorax region and then you have six in the abdomen region. So now basically what is happening is you have series of ganglia and three are there in thorax, six are there in abdomen, right? So basically what does it mean exactly? It means that the entire nervous system spread throughout the body, right? Head region holds a bit of it and then the rest of it is situated in the belly part, right? So now in the head region, basically the brain is represented by a supraesophageal ganglion. So it's all about ganglia, guys, right? So it has the brain is represented by a supraesophageal ganglion, and that supplies nerves to the antenna and the compound eyes as well. Now, apart from that, they have sense organs, which are a pair of antennae, eyes, then they have maxillary palps, labial palps, and they have anal cerci. So guys, what happens is that they have various sense organs, like they have antennae, they have eyes, they have various palps, right? They have anal cerci. So all these serves as sense organs. Now basically the eyes, the compound eyes are situated on the dorsal surface of the head, and then with the help of several ommatidia, the cockroach can actually receive several images of an object because they have many ommatidia, right? So this kind of vision is basically known as mosaic vision. This kind of vision is known as mosaic vision. It has more sensitivity but less resolution. So the object is not very clear, but then they are more sensitive towards different kind of objects at once, right? So this kind of vision is common for animals or organisms which are nocturnal, which are basically active during night time. So that is why this kind of vision is also known as nocturnal vision. These are known as nocturnal vision, right? So this is all about the sense organs, guys. Now the last topic that we have to cover is the reproductive system in cockroaches, right? So cockroaches are dioecious. That means that both sexes have well developed reproductive organs, right? And it is separate. Now, the male reproductive system consists of a pair of testes. So again, I'll maybe you know explain it with the help of the diagram. So they have a pair of testes. So guys, this is testis, right? Now, apart from that, basically these lie on the fourth to sixth segment. Remember that the pair of testes lie on lateral side in fourth to sixth segment of the DNA, right? Now, from each testis, we have a thin vas deferens which opens into ejaculatory duct through seminal vesicle. So this basically is vas deferens. This is vas deferens and it opens into seminal vesicles, right? Now, basically, what happens is the ejaculatory duct opens into the male gonopod, which is situated ventral to anus. So, basically, this is the anal circus, right? This is the anal circus, guys, right? So, just there you have the phallomere with the male gonapophysis as well, right? So, here you have the ventral phallomere, right? So a characteristic, feature is that the, accessory reproductive gland is there, which is basically present at sixth to seventh segment, and these are known as the, phallic gland. So there is a presence of phallic gland, which are kind of which are basically mushroom shaped, right? And these basically act as these function as accessory reproductive gland, right? So this is nothing but the phallic gland. Now inside seminal vesicle you have small tubules and you have long tubules. You have small and long tubules, right? Now the external genitalia, basically the external genitalia is represented by, as I said, male gonapophysis or phallomere. These are chitinous asymmetrical structure which are surrounded by, which basically surround the male gonopore, right? Now basically the sperms are stored in the seminal vesicle and they are glued together in the form of bundles. These bundles are known as spermatophores. These are known as spermatophores, and these bundles are discharged during copulation, right? So this basically is the ventral and this is the right phallomere. And this duct is the ejaculatory duct. This duct is the ejaculatory duct basically. So guys, this is the entire male reproductive system, right? Now apart from that, you have the female reproductive system. So let's see diagram of the female reproductive system as well. So this is the female reproductive system, guys. So what happens in the female reproductive system? So in the female reproductive system, you have two large ovary. So these are ovaries. This is one and this is the other one, right? So you have ovaries, which is laterally, sorry, in 2 to 6th abdominal region. So region is 2nd to 6th. Now each ovary is formed by a group of 8 ovarian tubules. It is basically formed of a group of 8 ovarian tubules, or it is also known as ovarioles. It is known as ovarioles, right? Now that contains a chain of developing ova or egg, right? Now after that you have oviducts. So each ovary has an oviduct. So this is the oviduct. This oviduct unite into a single median oviduct, right? This unites into a common oviduct which is also known as vagina in case of cockroaches, right? Now, basically, what happens is this, common oviduct opens into a genital chamber. This opens into a genital chamber, right? And you have a pair of spermatheca. So here you have the pair of spermatheca, right? And spermatheca is present in the sixth segment, which also opens into the genital chamber. And at the end, you have the vestibulum. Now, guys, chamber and vestibulum together is known as genital pouch. And then you have the gonapophysis, the opening. You have the gonapophysis. Now, what happens in fertilization is that the sperms are transferred through spermatophores. Now, these sperms fertilize the eggs, and the fertilized eggs are encased in capsules which are known as oothecae. These capsules are known as oothecae, and these are around 8 millimeter long. Now they are either dropped or glued to a suitable surface, right? And this can be, a humidity wala area where you have a food source as well, maybe a crack or a crevice, you know. Now what happens is that on an average, female produces 9 to 10 oothecae, which contains 14 to 16 eggs. So on an average, a female produces 9 to 10 this, and each of this contains 14 to 16 eggs, right? Now the development of the cockroach is basically, considered as porometabolous, which means that there is a development through nymphal stage. Now these nymphs looks like adult, and they grow by molting about 13 times to reach adult form, right? So next to last nymphal stage has wing pads, and but only adult cockroaches have wings, right? Now basically there are a lot of cockroaches which are wild and of no economic importance as well, but then there are some which are basically around the human habitat. Now, these are pests because what they do is they contaminate everything with their excreta, and they destroy food as well. And what happens is because they live in such a humid, environment, and in drainage specifically, they basically transmit a lot of bacterial diseases by contaminating our food material, right? So they carry a lot of diseases with them, guys, right? So but again, they are very important part of our food chain, right? So guys, with this we have finished the entire anatomy of cockroaches. I hope you would have understood this video. Please do not forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and if you are new to this channel, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel for all the updates. And I hope you liked the video. I hope you understood the video. If you have any particular doubt, please do not forget to comment on the video, or you can also ask your doubts through the WhatsApp number which is given in the description of the video. So see you in the next video, guys. Bye bye.